Hello, my students. Hello, grade 4. How are you? This is Ms. Shurooq, social studies teacher. Today we will take lesson number 1, chapter number 7. The title of the lesson is Ancient China. Let's start the lesson. In ancient times, China was a home of famous civilizations. China has many natural barriers that helped the development and the protection of its ancient civilization. These natural barriers, such as water bodies like China, the China Sea and the Yellow Sea. These seas provide a huge coastline which provided trade routes and easy accesses to food. And lands like Himalayan mountains and the deserts. The Himalayan mountains and the deserts. The Himalayan mountains and the deserts helped to keep China isolated from the rest of the world for many thousands of years. Okay, so again, China has many natural barriers like bodies of water like the China Sea and the Yellow Sea. These seas provide a huge coastline which provided trade routes and easy access to food. And lands, important barriers were the Himalayan mountains and the deserts, which helped to keep China isolated from the rest of the world for many thousands of years. Okay, let's talk now about ancient culture. Chinese culture was heavily influenced by a man. The name of that man is Confucius. Chinese society widely practiced the ideas of Confucius. Under Confucianism belief, everyone has his or her own role in the society and it's to behave accordingly. Okay, now look at the graphic organizer to the right here. Confucius believed that a ruler should set a good example for his people, such as the father, the king, the boss, the leader, should be a good example for his people. The children should honor parents. And everyone and everybody should honor ancestors, their ancestors. Okay, so again, ancient China culture. Let's talk about ancient China culture again. It was heavily influenced by a man named Confucius. Okay. And the Chinese follow the Confucianism belief, okay, that the ruler should be a good example for his people. The ruler, like the father, the king, the leader, the boss, they have to be like good examples for their people. The children should honor their parents, or should respect their parents, as you see the picture to the right. Look, the children respect their parents, and everybody should respect or honor their ancestors. Okay, so this is the meaning of Confucianism belief. Ancient China followed this belief at that time. Okay, just like respect. Okay. So children should respect their parents. Everyone should respect their ancestors, and the ruler or the boss, the king, the father, should be a good example for his people. Okay, now let's talk about man and woman in ancient China. Let's start with the man or the father. Okay, in ancient China, the father, as you see the picture to the left, had complete authority over his wife and children. Okay? But let's talk now about the woman. Chinese women were raised to be obedient in 3 situations. The first situation, the woman should respect her father, okay, during or before marriage. The woman should respect her father before marriage, and she has to respect her husband during married life, and she has to respect or to obey to respect her sons in widowhood. Okay, guys. So the man has or had complete authority over his wife and children. So the children and the wife should respect the father in the family. The woman should respect her father, should respect her husbands and should respect her sons. Okay, but the education for women at that time was not popular or at times not allowed, but they could receive limited education. Why? To enable them to teach their sons. Okay, so education for women just to teach her sons, just to know how to teach her sons. That's it. Okay, so education for women at that time, it was not popular, it was not allowed, but they can or they could receive limited education. Why? To enable them to teach her children or her sons. Okay. Now let's talk about some ancient China inventions. Let's talk about some inventions in ancient China. They invented the gunpowder. Why? For fireworks and military use. They invented the compass rose to know the directions, and they invented the silk. Although silk is naturally created by silkworms, the ancient Chinese invented how to harvest or collect the silk and use it in clothing and paper. Okay, so you have to memorize some inventions of ancient China at that time, like the gunpowder, the compass, and the silk. Okay, the Chinese or ancient Chinese invented how to harvest the silk and use it in clothing and paper. Okay. Okay, guys, this is our lesson for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please study well. Have a good day. Thank you. Goodbye.